What is going on out there, peeps? So I see we need to have one of those talks again. Yep, one of those talks. I started talking to a couple of people as we're going through our conversation. I'm starting to realize there's a theme happening. They want to talk about the Bush Tribunal. I said, okay, let's talk about it. We started to go down the information they were sharing with me. We were going back and forth, discussing it, and it went into great detail. So now I'm going to share it with you. What happened during the tribunals? I know a lot of you are curious, so we're going to cover all those. And then I can tell you where Bush is destined afterwards. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button, because when you do, it helps us get past the algorithm that YouTube puts on us and keeps us from being shadow banned. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. Hey, folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings in their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right. Gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. That's right, head on over to Money Metals when you want to buy gold and silver. Keep in mind, if you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. Hey, right now, a special offer for my audiences only. You have a chance to win 100 free American Silver Eagles. That's over $3,000 in value. And all you have to do is enter your email to win. That's it. That's right, there's no obligations to purchase. The link is down below in the description, so head on over there, enter to win. Yeah, between now and December 31st of this year to enter. The only way you can for sure not win 100 silver American Eagles is by not entering at all. So do yourself a favor and enter your email so you have a chance to win. People keep asking me, where is the link, Pimpy? It's real simple. If you're at my page on YouTube and you're watching any of the videos, any of them, you see the video here and you scroll down, see my name right here? If you go here where it says show more and you click it, here's all the links to the things you have access to. If you want to enter into the competition to win 100 free medals, just click it right here and it'll take you to the website where you can sign up. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. As everyone is aware of an alternative website, the link is down below in the description. Over here, I post original content as well as other videos that have been banned from YouTube. It costs $3 a month to join for unlimited access, and all proceeds go to finding life's purpose. So come on over there and join us. Beware of scammers. That's right, people posing and pretending to be me. How you can tell us apart is real simple. If you post a comment and I respond, you will see a dark circle around my name. See this? It's either gray or black. I won't be sending you to WhatsApp, and I won't be sending you to Telegram or Telegraph or anything like that, nor would I be asking you for money. From time to time, I will be using material that's considered copywritten. I post this just to show that I am exercising my fair use rights. So let's go ahead and get into the details of the court proceedings. It says on there, December 10th, George W. Bush had been president for less than a year when thoughts of wealth, power, and influence consumed his malleable mind and set him on a one-way path to evil, influenced by the vice president whose moral turpitude eclipses his own. Bush converted the Oval Office into a den of depravity, a sinister sanctum. Oh my God. Sorry, you guys. I can't keep doing this seriously, man. This is just bull crap. How many times have I told you guys to stop believing this crap? It's crap. This is the Real News website. Once again, you guys bring this to my attention because you're all excited about Bush being in a military tribunal. No, this is false. This whole website is fake. The person who runs this website used to have multiple websites in which he would cross-reference the articles to one another to try to give it credibility. If you go down to the very bottom here, you can email him. His name is Michael at realrawnews.com. This guy's had multiple sites. He's even been on Facebook. He's been removed off of Facebook. And I keep telling you guys that this kind of stuff right here, this kind of stuff discredits the real movement. What I was going to tell you was my conversation with another person who watches my videos brought to my attention. He says, Pimpy, he goes, listen, let's cover something because I know you tend to go after the 17th letter movement. I said, I wouldn't say I go after it. I supported it when it first happened. I liked the principles behind it. I thought it started a great movement. But then after a while, I couldn't trust it anymore. He goes, well, I want to kind of bring something to your attention. I said, go ahead. He said, look, there is the Q movement. I said, okay. And then you have these idiots that come along and they became the QAnon movement. I said, all right. He goes, the Q post, if you go through them, is nothing like what you were mentioning. That kind of stuff didn't happen until the so-called QAnon people came along. Then they started grabbing what the Q posts were and making up what their own interpretation was. Then they started lying, saying that it was JFK Jr. and that, they were friends with them and all these people claiming to be them. And, you've exposed a lot of that. He said, but I supported the 17th letter movement. You support the 17th letter movement. What we don't support together is the 17th letter movement anons. These are all these opportunists that go out and make up these fake stories to make themselves look good or to get money from people. And he says, and you expose them. And so we went over quite a few things. And he's kind of pulled me back in that direction. I go, okay, I get what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying. He said, okay, so don't mix the two up. He said, that's like you're trying to separate. You're wondering when the Sarah Jacera somehow, some way managed to merge in with the 17 letter movements. They're all the same people. They take what is really important and then they twist it up, pervert it into fake news and really misinform people for their own personal gain and own personal popularity. And there's some truth to that, you guys. Actually, there's a lot of truth to that. When you start getting these people to do news stories like this, and I already told you about who is and who is not at the tribunals because I know. I've told you guys like a bazillion times, these people cover the military tribunals. We've done videos together, Linda and I work with CVine News. We do radio, AM 590 down in Southern California. These people cover the tribunals that are there. And I brought this up before. Somebody said, no, these are ones that you guys are not allowed to have access to. No, you forget. In the 17th letter post, he tells you there is a group of civilians that will actually witness the tribunals, the real tribunals. This is those people. And this type of nonsense right here discredits the truth because what's going on over there is major and very important. And I know so bad, you guys, I know this personally, myself. We wanted something to happen. We wanted the swamp to be drained. We wanted our country returned to its constitutional republic. I still do. But what I don't want is these idiots like this. They discredit the movement and then people get turned off by it because you hear all these stories about tribunals and, in fact, dirty Trump people. I mean, it's just eludes military capture. How hard is it? Just go to his house, man. I mean, all these stories are just crap. It's all by the same author, Michael Baxter. You see this? You know what I mean? It's just, these stories are fake, you guys. This whole website is fake. There is multiple websites by this guy that he created to cross-reference one another. Case in point, Real Raw News. Then he had the Twisted Truth. And he also had Someone's Bones. You see this? They're all the same, you guys. It's all the same person. He just takes the stories the same ones, posts them in his different website, and then uses them to cross-reference one another to give it credibility. Be careful. So who is this guy? This guy here, his name is Michael Tuffin Baxter. Michael Tuffin. And why is it that all these guys that get exposed for doing these fake things all look like Russell J. Full for some reason? I'm just saying. Yeah, this is him right there. Does he look like somebody that has that kind of access? No, you guys, I told you. You don't have to have these fake websites up. If you want to know about the tribunals, just go over to c-vine.com. Go under military tribunals. You could go in here, see, here's my video with Linda. So as you can see, Linda and I do have our own radio show, 590, AM 590 down in Southern California, but it does go all across the United States. You can go to this website here, cvine.news, and click on them and go ahead and watch and listen to the videos. And you can find out who is and who's not going into these tribunals. They cover the stories. So stop being lied to, stop being fooled into thinking that these political individuals are going to trial and being hung. No American is going to be taken over to Gitmo for a tribunal. They don't do that to American citizens. And then I had people respond to me the last time I saying, no, Pimpy, man, you don't get it. Once they become an enemy of the state, then they lose their citizenship. No, they don't. No, they don't. They get tried right here in the United States. They wouldn't fly them out to Gitmo. So don't fall for that. As a matter of fact, if you go to my other YouTube channel, Pimpy's AM 590 radio station, this is me posting in here some of our shows. I can't post all of them. And the reason for that is some of the things we cover on the radio station, I've posted on here before, and YouTube's been really nice enough to go ahead and remove or flag or penalize the particular broadcast because of things that were talked about in there that they don't like. If you come down here, you see the name of the channel. Go show more. See this right here? Call or email Ron Flasivic right here. He's at the Department of Defense. For any Gitmo inquiries, he invited you guys to give him a call. Here's his phone number. Here's his email. So whenever somebody's reporting that somebody's been to tribunals and you want to check it out to see if it's credible, you could call the Department of Defense because they're tired of all these lies. Now, also, I told you guys got to be careful because there are things out there that will discredit this entire movement and make us look foolish. And because those people out there that make everybody else look ridiculous, we end up getting this kind of crap.
Good morning, gang. Apparently this Q, or QAnon, whatever that is, has been saying defamatory things. We need to put this in the hand and serve Q.
They're having a convention on a boat, leaving from Panama, Florida to Nassau.
Yes! Yes! We go on, we go on!
They're being mocked in Hollywood. You're being mocked in the media. You're being linked to everything that they consider a white nationalist, white supremacist movement. Because of people who do crap like this. Then it conflates with the real information that's out there. I kept telling you guys, and now this thing spreads. It's been retweeted like 2,000 times, this story here. And Twitter, it's been reposted God knows how many times inside Facebook. I get it, you guys. We all want the same thing. But stop falling for the lies. This kind of crap, these are lies. And trust me, I'll get people trying to defend it. It's not real. Somewhere down here, Tom Hanks was already executed. Which is really interesting considering somehow, some way, Tom Hanks made it over to Bob Dole's funeral this last couple of days.
Simply look around at where we have gathered today at this national memorial to the Americans who...
I know, this guy is a clone. Is that what you're going to tell me? I can see it now. No, Pimpy, you're wrong. His ears or nose and lips or something. And, you know, he was in Gitmo when he had the RONA and again, I'm not saying that clones aren't real. What I'm saying is everybody is not a clone, you guys. Stop. He wasn't the only clone that made it to this funeral, by the way. So this is what I'm talking about. You got people that do this crap, then you get mocked. Now you got Reno 9/11, the hunt for QAnon. So this individual is being really just discredited everywhere. Now, one of them that I think is interesting is PolitiFact, which PolitiFact, I've dealt with them myself, they don't do their research very well and they are slanted in all fairness. But not everything they cover is fake. A lot of stuff they point out is accurate, but a lot of stuff that they talk about is wrong as well. Now, this person goes on to do a write-up on Real Raw News. Now, by sheer luck, 27 U.S. air pilots resigned over the RONA vaccines. That was a headline for September 1st of 2021. The story spread, shared by the likes of journalists Laura Logan on Fox News, streaming services like George Papadopoulos, and aide to the former President Trump in 2016. Now, to show you that I'm fair and unbiased, this article went out on September 1st. Whether it's a coincidence or by sheer luck, I'm reluctant to show you this because I don't want it to give this guy credibility in any way, shape, or form. I think he was just lucky because there is a true article out, not quite. This says resigned over, but we know this. In fact, Air Force discharged 27 for refusal to get the coronavirus vaccine. This here came out on September 1st saying they resigned. Sheer dumb luck, but don't let this give this guy credibility. The particular military was right. The number of people that were removed from the military is correct. That's it. One says they resigned. The other one said they were discharged. Okay, so, and look how far apart they are, the articles. So this is December 13th, which was yesterday. This article came out on September 1st, months ahead of today. Just like I said, sheer dumb luck, or you call it whatever you want. So at least I am fair and balanced. I'm showing you that, hey, one of the articles he wrote looks similar to one that actually happened. But all these things in here, you guys, we did this before when they had all of the Hillary stuff on here. It's crap. I'm telling you, it's crap. All these headlines are being used to play on your emotions. This person knows that the 17th letter Anon movement grew very, very big. So this is the guy behind these fake news reports. They're fake, you guys. They're fake. If you want the real stories, go to c-vine.com. Go under military tribunals. They are the people. C-Vine News are the people that have permission to cover the Gitmo trials. As a matter of fact, C-Vine News is now looking for volunteers. So if you want to cover the military tribunals yourself, volunteer to work with C-Vine News, and you can find out firsthand what's going on in the military tribunals. And trust me, you do want to cover them because there's a lot of things happening there that we should know about. Did you know that not even one single 9/11 terrorist has been to court yet? Yeah, 20 years later, not a single one of them. So volunteer and you can get the news firsthand. But this kind of stuff, you guys, come on. Work with me, man. I have a lot more faith in you guys because this is just ridiculous. This person here exposed this guy as well. A look behind the Real Raw News sensational and fabricated headlines. The Real Raw News is a relatively new website, regularly published fantastical false stories with made-to-go viral headlines. Of course it is. And this person covers a lot of the same things that are exposed under PolitiFact. That's because PolitiFact got their information from this individual over here. Real news, 27 airline pilots resign over the COVID mandate. That is false. But like I said, by sheer dumb luck, it would have it that in December, 27 pilots were discharged. But the person goes on here that he's even interviewed this individual. And to Twisted Truth, that's another one of this person's websites. Here he is right here and interviewing a guy, and this guy has this mask on. You know what I mean? Oh, it's just ridiculous, you guys. I know we all want the same thing. We do. We want our country to be taken back. but you really have to be very careful. I've had time to reflect on what we were talking about, me and the other gentleman. His name's Steve, by the way. Steve telling me, look, there is two separate things going on there. There are Q posts. That's one thing. But then you have the QAnons. That's another. You have so many of them that took the post, read what it said, had their own interpretation, and found out they could become really big on platforms by sensationalizing all the stories and giving their own interpretation. I mean, we had Charlie Freak and Charlie Word and Simon, all of them claiming to be talking to Q at one time or another personally. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I heard about that stuff. So, and I've seen Simon say that crap. If I tell you that I talked to Q on the phone, then I talked to Q on the phone. No, you didn't. Stop lying. You guys, look at, I get it, man. You want to put so much faith in these people because you believe what they're telling you. But like I said, just be careful. Stay grounded, is which I tell you all the time. Here's the other website he used to have, Someone's Bones, and guess what? It has all of the same type of news articles in there as the other one. Look at Obama admits he's the Antichrist, although that article might be accurate, by the way. Just kidding, calm down. But anyways, yeah, you can see all these, they're the same thing, man. And they were cross-referencing each other, you know what I mean? And trying to give each other credibility. It's all ran by the same person, all of them. And then you get somebody comes along like me to point this out and say, hey, you guys be careful because this information is false. And then you get a bunch of trolls going, no, look, man, he's Black Cat, man. He's a shill, man. He's working for the deep state, man. You guys are starting to sound like Lynn Wood, man. So in all fairness, when this person gets ready to get in trouble, they do have a almost get out of jail free card. If you go into the About Us, here's a disclaimer. Information on this website is for informational and educational and entertainment purposes. This website contains humor, parody, and satire. And then how they try to cover up their asses, we have included this disclaimer for our protection on advice of our legal counsel. So in other words, by law, they have to tell you that this is a satire website, that this is fake. But then what they try to do is try to make it look like it's real by putting this last put on. Well, we're only saying this because our lawyer told us we had to. Don't get sucked into these stories, you guys. It discredits an opportunity for real change by creating these fantastical stories that are out there. And that's why so much of it reminds me of Operation Trust. I told you. There was a movement similar to this. You have to go look it up. Actually, we're getting ready to do a full-fledged, full-on educational video about it. We want the same thing. We do. You guys keep bringing these to my attention, and I don't mind that. I don't, because I love to let you guys know the truth. I'm just warning you guys to just be careful. Because there was a real movement happening, a real credible movement. And then individuals grab onto that popular movement and then created all kinds of fantastical stories just to make themselves look good. Then they took it to the extremes. And then they're like, yeah, man, I'm hanging out with JFK Jr., man, drinking Mai Tais on the beach, talking to his father. I'm like, what the hell is this crap? Don't fall for it. Talking about the clones and who's been to tribunals. No, you're not. If you guys want to keep going down this path, that's fine. They're fun to read, I'll be honest. They're not true, but they're fun. We can always wish, you know what I mean? But just don't start running around telling your friends and family members that these stories are true. They already think you're a bunch of cuckoo birds. All right? And many of you have lost friends, lost relatives who won't even talk to you no more because of this part of the 17th letter movement. This part right here. Not the original one, but this part of it right here. The best suggestion that I heard, and I believe it was Steve that said this, he goes, go back and just read the post. Read all of them. And then you'll be able to tell the difference between the bull crap that's out there and what really was said. Now, if I may make a suggestion, out there somewhere is all the posts. I suggest you go read them all and sit back and ask yourself how much of it that you see out here in La La Land is real in comparison to the actual posts themselves. As far as I can remember, but I didn't read all the posts and I didn't get that into it. Just because I really wasn't sure whether or not to trust this movement. I liked what was behind it. I loved the fact that the 17th letter movement turned a lot of people back to where they should put their hopes, and that is to God. All right, you guys? Again, a new batch of these floating around all over social media. No, there's no tribunals. I told you we would cover it. If something that big showed up in Gitmo, I guarantee C-Vine would have been all over it. We'd have been more than happy to bring it to your attention. The truth. All right, you guys? You guys let me know what you think. How many of you are still falling for this? I'll know real quick because you guys will chime in. You guys just be careful. Look, the stories are fun to read, but man, like I said, it's wishful thinking. All right, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.